All right, we're going to solve equations that involve absolute values. If you remember, expressions involving absolute value can be evaluated using the given value. So for this one, it's just an expression. So we can substitute m equals 4 in for m. So we have the absolute value of 4 plus 6 minus 14. And then we have to go inside the parentheses, like these act like parentheses. They're not, they're absolute value, but they act like a grouping symbol. So inside here we have the absolute value of 10 minus 14. The absolute value of 10 is 10 minus 14. And then 10 minus 14 is negative 4. So you just got to remember to use them as grouping symbols, and then those get evaluated like that. On the next one, absolute value equations now. We're talking about equations, so this is a little different. The margin of error in the example at the top of the page is an example of absolute value. The distance between 66 and 69 on a number line is the same distance as 63 and 66. So what we're looking at is, you notice that there's the same distance from here to here and here to here. So if this is my answer, we have a negative margin of error and a positive side. So there's the negative side and the positive side. Yes, I know that these numbers are not negative, but I think about it as left and right. So left is negative, right is positive. So you can kind of just read through this. I think like this will truly become an understanding once we actually solve. The thing that you need to remember is that there is an answer, which is when we have an equal something like it equals, let's say 66, but there's also to the left of 66 and to the right of 66. So that's where that negative and positive are going to come in when solving these problems. So here we go. So when solving the equations that involve absolute values, there are two cases to consider. And those are the two cases that I just talked about. When you have an equal to an answer, let's say 4, you have the positive side and you have the negative side, to the right and to the left. And that's where this positive or negative come in. So, how do we solve this? What we first need to know is when we're solving this equation, it has to be just the absolute value of something on the one side equal to a constant on the other. You'll see in the second one, we'll deal with this a little differently. There's this plus 3. So we'll talk about that in a second. But notice that this is just an absolute value here. All I have is the absolute value of 5t minus 1 on the left side and 6 on the other. So we can go ahead and start solving this. Now, like I said, two cases. So we always write off by case 1, and I always say positive in parentheses just so I remember to the right. And then, oops, I put a 1 there, sorry. And then I say case 2, and then in parentheses I put the negative to remember the negative case. What does that look like? When we separate these into the cases, we can now actually drop these absolute values. So 5t minus 1 equals, we need the positive side of that 6, so positive 6. Now, case 2 then. It's like we have to do these not simultaneously, but we have to solve both of these. We can't solve one and not the other. They both have to be solved. So I'm just going to set this up. So case 2 is the negative. So again, drop the absolute value, but we can look at the negative side or to the left of my answer. So negative 6. So the answer is positive or the answer is negative. That's where the plus and the minus come in. And now we just solve like we did in the previous lessons. We take this and we add 1 to both sides. We get 5t equals 7. We divide by 5 and we get t equals 7/5. You could leave it like this, or you can change that if you want to. Again, remember, if it is a decimal that continues on and you can't simplify it, I would leave it alone as improper. In this case, you get 1.4, which would be fine. So you could say, if you wanted to, t is equal to 1.4 as well. And then you can always check it. Like, real quick check. Take your calculator. If you want, you could go right into your calculator here. Let me get my calculator up just so that we can see this. It'll take a couple seconds here. Sorry about that. So when the calculator comes up, it was 1.4 was our answer. So calculator, we can say, all right, 5 times 1.4, because it was 5t, minus 1 is 6. Takes the absolute value of 6, because that's what we did here, and we get 6 is our answer. So let's try it on the other side. So same thing again, add 1, add 1. This time, because the 6 was negative, we actually get negative 5 here. So 5t is equal to negative 5. Divide by 5, and I get t equals negative 1. So then again, I can do a quick mental check or calculator check. Take the negative 1, substitute it back in here for t. So 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Minus 1 would be negative 6. So now, right now, I have a negative 6 inside here. What's the absolute value? 6, and they are equal. So you just have to remember to do 2 cases. Excuse me. All right, just kind of, I wrote a little big here. I'm going to make sure I have room for the other side. So now looking at this next one, notice that we have this plus 3 here. So I don't just have the absolute value by itself. So what I want to do here is I want to get rid of this negative 3 first. So now I have the absolute value of 2a plus 1 equals negative 2. So when I simplify 1 minus 3, I get negative 2. Now this is a mistake that most students will make, so please keep this in mind right now. Think about this. Absolute value of a number is distance from 0 on a number line, right? Distance is measured as a positive. So if we're talking about distance here, can distance be negative? Can it be negative? And no, it cannot. So if I have an absolute value equal to a negative, that can't happen. So our final answer for this problem would be no solution. So, and a lot of people will just go right through and solve it because they will forget how important seeing this is and knowing that an absolute value is distance. And when you actually figure that out, you're not going to be able to find a negative 2. Because once you, yeah, you could go through the motions and solve it, but what you're going to have, if you remember to check it like you're supposed to, you will find that the answers to this problem, when you substitute back in for A, will not give you a negative 2 because you can't measure distance in negatives. So you really have to be careful with those types of inequalities. Okay, here. And that's it.